Hey guys, Kurt here from Parade the Gospel. Well, I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere. Well, okay, it's not nowhere, I know where I am, but... So my Mazda van, continuing my adventures with this pile of junk. Let's just call it what it is. Oh man, I'm trying to get it to Denmark, which is, I don't know, 20, 25-ish miles away. And it's a salvage yard. I was going to get $200 for bringing it in. But the thing overheated on the way there, had some other issues trying to get it restarted. And as I was trying to restart it, some smoke started pouring out of this area right here. Originally, last time it overheated, and the first time it overheated today, the last time meaning back in May, it was the smoke was coming from here, which is where the coolant is. But as I was trying to start it, it was coming out from over here, okay? And boy, did it smell bad. It smelled like a fire actually was brewing inside here. So yeah, that was fun. So I called Norbs, the people, the salvage yard people. They're gonna come and pick it up. Probably not gonna be as much money as what I was going to get. So it's been an adventure. So I'm just sitting in here waiting for them to come. I got over an hour before they get here. I thought maybe I'll make a video. So with that long introduction, I thought maybe I would talk about my other YouTube channel. I mentioned in a previous video weeks ago, probably several weeks ago, that I was going to make another YouTube channel based on rock painting, okay? It's a very popular thing that people do. Maybe not many of you guys who watch my content know that, but a lot of people, they get into this rock painting thing. They paint rocks, they leave them in different areas around their city, county, whatever, and you find them and you post a picture on Facebook saying that you found them. Each city has their own Facebook page, like, again, for example, Sheboygan Rocks. Sheboygan County is right underneath Manitowoc. They have a large number of people following that page, like thousands of people. I don't think Manitowoc has that much popularity or as much, but anyway, the point is that a lot of people are into it. So I decided to make a YouTube channel entirely devoted to that one particular ministry. And of course, what I do, guys, it's October 9th and I'm being bit up by mosquitoes in Wisconsin. That's unbelievable. It's actually like 70 some degrees today. Last day we're gonna have nice weather, and it's gonna get cold after today. But anyway, of course, what I do with the rock ministry is well, let me just show you. Now, it's called Nuggets of Truth, and I actually have some stones in me, or in my pocket, my pocket right now, down here. Now, these are just the small nuggets. I call them nuggets. Of course, you can do the big rocks where you paint pictures on them, whatever, and then on the back you can write down some information. And I have all kinds of ideas with that. Now, of course, for me, I'll be posting or writing down like movie websites, like for Ray Comfort's movies. Obviously, it shares the gospel, that's the point, or unpopularthemovie.com, which is another great little video. These are all short films, or fullyfreefilms.com, 180movie.com, whatever. So, and there's probably some other stuff we can put on the backs of them as well. But for the nuggets of truth, they're just like tiny stones. I mean, right now, where I'm at, look at all these tiny stones. You can use those right here on the side of the road. But what I've done, I went to, let's see, where did I buy it from? Lowe's, in their gardening area. You can buy a big bag of this marble rock. Now, if I would have known, where I could have gotten it, I would have gotten this limestone stones, because that would probably work a little better. I've used that before, but they just don't have them there. But anyway, I mean, that would be more ideal. But the marble stuff is pretty good. It's decent size stones. I'm not sure if any of these are the marble ones that I bought. I don't think they are. But you can get like thousands of stones from spending $3, basically. So what you do is you paint them, like I've done here. Paint them up, and again, these just I'm just talking about the small ones like that. You take a small stone, even the ones I just showed you on the ground here. paint it up, and then write something on there. Like this one I wrote 180movie.com, I wrote truth on one side, this side I wrote seen by millions, and on the back I have nothing. But that's just one option, one thing that you can do. So I had the idea, because I've always wondered, well, how do I reach our country neighbors, those people who live out in the country, which, you know, I'm stuck out here right now. And I had an idea, and I talked about it. I actually made a video already, and I posted it on my other channel. Now, my other channel, I haven't really been, like, advertising it, you know, talking about it anywhere, not even on my own Facebook page until today. I mentioned it, but I didn't give the link or anything. Because I only have a couple of videos on there, and I still have to make the cover video. I've been planning on doing that, but I've been having some issues with that. Because I have the video, but I need to do a voiceover on top of that video, but I've been having issues with that. So, anyway, I'll get that out eventually. And I just don't want to talk about the rock ministry over and over again on my Parade the Gospel YouTube channel. I didn't think, you know, you guys would appreciate that. Maybe it get too boring talking about the same thing. But this would apply for a specific set of people, those who are into rock painting, which a lot of people are, and those who are Christians. And just share all kinds of different ideas. And I have a ton of different ideas with this ministry, especially making a Facebook page. Maybe at some point making a Facebook page, because every city has their own Facebook page, like Manitowoc Rocks, or Sheboygan Rocks, Door County Rocks, Sturgeon Bay Rocks, whatever. I was thinking of doing something for us Christians to gather in and share our ideas, post our pictures of the rocks that we painted on Facebook, encourage one another, or whatever. And maybe on the backs of like the bigger rocks we can write down, join us on this Facebook page, which is what they usually do. Like they'll say, like I found a rock the other day, actually yesterday for instance, that said something like, post a pic of this rock at FB for Facebook, Sheboygan Rocks, and that's what they wrote down on there. So I can do something like that so they can find us on Facebook. And if an unbeliever, and of course put the movie website on there as well, but if the unbeliever finds us on there, maybe we can use that also as a witnessing tool as well, to some degree. So it's just an idea, or you know, somebody posted on there, then we can dialogue with them. Hey, did you check out that movie website? Are you a Christian? Etc. And just have a multitude of people join to that Facebook page to do just that, to share the gospel with people and encourage one another. I mean, this is a very popular thing, and my kind of like philosophy is that just use what you have, use what you're doing, you know, as a hobby or whatever. And rock painting, that's a huge hobby for a lot of people. Why not use that for the proclamation of the gospel? Sure, it's an indirect way. Yeah, I know that, of course. You know, some people get all weird about that, like, oh, well, you know, they're not going to check it out. You're not sharing the gospel by doing that, blah, blah, blah. And they have all these, like, these things they just get mad at. It's like they can't be excited or, you know, rejoice at least the gospel is going out, even if it is an indirect way. And this is just another way. It doesn't mean that people who do this aren't doing anything else. But anyway, so I was talking about the country aspect, reaching our country neighbors. How do we reach the people out in the country? Because I do a lot of different things, like door to door is one of them. Going door to door, leaving Gospel of John's, knock on the door and talk to people that way. There's all kinds of things. Now it's starting to rain. So all kinds of things that you can do. But out in the country, well, how do you do that? You can't open up somebody's mailbox and put something in there. That would be illegal. I do admit I used to do that way back in like 2006. I would ride my bike out in the country, and I didn't do it too much, but I did some. I put in, not really a gospel track, but it was a flyer for a radio station, for a radio show, To Every Man an Answer. That show still exists on CSN Radio, CSN International. You can still find it out there. It's a national or international show. You can call in with your question and a Bible-related question, and you have a panel of pastors that answer it. So really simple concept. But I used to love that show. I used to listen to it all the time, especially back in 2006. So that was a quick little rain shower. It's done now. But anyway, so you can't use mailboxes, all right? As far as like newspaper boxes, well, can you put something in there? Now, a friend, I haven't confirmed it, but a friend of mine looked up some information on that, and I guess you can. But the problem is that not everybody has a paper box. So they have mailboxes, but not a paper box. So I got bit by a mosquito again. So anyway, I thought, well, when I'm out in the country, these little nuggets of truth right here, how about I just leave it by their mailbox on the ground? It sticks out, they'll see it, they'll pick it up, most certainly. And if they have a paper box, just put it on the ledge right there. So I did that once, and I have that video on my Nuggets of Truth Rock Ministry. That's the name on my Facebook page. There comes another rain shower. Feels good, actually. So I took my bike out in the country because I do a lot of biking, and I was dropping them. And it's a learning process. I've been learning different things, just from painting rocks and what size to use and all kinds of different things like that. I'll probably use the more medium-sized stones, not the small ones, like, for example, what you see down there. I mean, you could, especially if you put it on the ledge. But the thing is, they're really fast to paint up, really fast to write on there, and then you apply some Mod Podge, and then you spray it down with this seal. So you do that, and then it's ready to go after it dries. So my idea, I mean, you're out in the country. I mean, of course, I leave these things. That was the idea of leaving these stones in all kinds of various places. I have tons of ideas of where you can leave them. But then I thought, well, how about out in the country? That way we can reach our country neighbors. Oh, there's an idea. You know, I can go for a bike ride and do that. But then I came up with the other idea. How about drive? Like, you know, go out at nighttime if you want. Take another friend with you, a passenger. One person drives, the other person roll down the window. Just drop, drop, drop. Or if there's a paper box and put it on the ledge right there, people will see it. So I think that's fantastic. I mean, I know some guys would be like, you know, there's some people who are like, you know how there's like King James onlyists? There are some like evangelists, people who share the gospel, who are onlyist in their method. Like, you can only do open air, or you can only, you know, do one-on-one conversation. You can only do this or that. You can only invite people to church so your pastor can share the gospel with them, because we won't, as opposed to can't. I talk about that a lot. But that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. You know, people inviting the unbelievers to church so your pastor will share the gospel, because we won't. We won't even learn how. I'm not saying it's 100% wrong, but I have my problems with that. But anyway, so again, this is just another idea, and people are using, you know, partaking of their hobby. Well, you know, you might as well just add that little extra thing in there. Why not? It doesn't hurt. God can use it. I fully believe that. So I just wanted to talk about that. I brought just a handful of them with me, as you just saw, because I was hoping that on our way back from Norbs, because my wife was following behind me earlier, she would pick me up, of course, and then we would drive back home, and I was just going to stop by some mailboxes and drop these in front of them, or put it in the paper box right on the ledge. And maybe even make a video about it too. That was the idea. And then post it on my other channel. But I thought, well, you know, I gotta tell you guys on my Parade the Gospel channel, you know, whoever's left, I've been noticing a whole bunch of people have been unsubscribing to me. I had like 68 or so. I think that's where I topped off, and now I dropped down like 62. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I offended some people by what I posted or whatever. Maybe they're sick of looking at me. I don't know. Whatever. It's, you know, God will use it, so who cares? I don't know if there's anything else I want to say on that, but hey, it's just an idea. If you guys want to visit my other channel, go for it. Again, I haven't been advertising it really at all. I only have 2 subscribers, and those 2 subscribers are me from my other channels. And I actually have like a couple of other channels out there. I have a channel for strictly video games. I actually created that channel years ago. I haven't really done too much with it until just recently. Because remember, on one of my No Gospel Tracks, No Problem videos, I mean, one of them was the rock thing, and then I added a couple more videos on this channel. Another one was about that world record. Or I was trying to get a world record, but I was talking about video games, using video games to share the gospel. Well, I actually got a lot further in that, and I did achieve a world record. Actually 2 of them, because I just achieved another one the other day. Representing 180movie.com. Now, the second world record is nothing to boast about. If you watch the video, you will find out why. But that first one, you know, I was really quite happy that God allowed that to happen. So when people go to that challenge on that particular video game, people will see 180movie.com, and you never know how God's going to use it. So, and I planned on using that channel for doing Let's Plays, talking about video games, basically as you play them, so some old school stuff. Again, that's a popular thing on YouTube. and that's right up my alley. So it's not going to take me much time. I mean, hey, I got like 30 minutes to spare in some evening. Why not pop in, you know, an old classic game from the, you know, my childhood and play it, and you commentate basically over it, and it's that simple. And I can share the gospel, talk about biblical things. So I'm really excited about that. Whenever I have time to do that, I've been talking about that for years now. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, if you want to subscribe to any of those channels, you know, don't feel pressured or anything. If it's not up your alley, I'm sure nobody that is on this channel is interested at all in video gaming. And again, as I think I said in the other video, don't take that to think that I'm like this irresponsible adult, you know, because I play video games every once in a while. I'm this irresponsible parent and adult now. You know, I'm just crashing on my parents' couch yet at home, playing video games all day and don't work or anything like that. No, that's not me. So just want to clarify that, because, you know, I'm kind of reluctant a little bit to mention the whole video game thing, because I kind of wonder if people are going to think that. I mean, obviously I'm pretty busy. You know, our 5th child on the way, full-time job and all that stuff. Spending so much time looking for a decent vehicle. Trouble, lots of trouble, I tell ya. First world problems, sure, but whatever. Looking for a house yet too. There's actually a house not too far down the road over here that we've been keeping an eye on since May. Looked at it again about a month ago, and if it's still available in the spring, maybe. We're going to stay where we're at yet another winter, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, so I think I blabbered on long enough. If you want to check out the rock channel, that's Nuggets of Truth Rock Ministry. It's the name of the channel. Maybe I'll post, I'll comment underneath this video as that channel, so you can find it a lot easier. And for the video game thing, if you're interested, not sure why any of you would be probably, but that's Mega Christian X. Mega Christian, one word, and then X, the letter X, you know, space and then X after that. So yeah, don't got anything else to say. This is a pretty long video. All right, guys, well, thanks for allowing me to spend about 17-18 minutes waiting here. So give me something to do. So God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. So I'm still walking home. It's been a while. The van has been picked up. Didn't make $200 from it, but I made $125, so that's something. This is the house I was telling you about. We've looked at it twice now. It doesn't have a garage, but so I got a Nugget right here. It's not the best one. It's fullyfreefilms.com. I actually painted that on there rather than using marker, but boom, put it right in there. And yeah, I just pray that God would use that one. That's the only one I dropped off today. I'm not gonna do it, you know, in the daylight here, walking up to people's mailboxes and putting stuff in their paper chutes. So just that one. Just that one.